Okay, another key issue that comes out, this is going to happen during John Adams' administration. It's going to become a blemish for the Federalist Party because of the way it was carried out and eventually the support that it gained against it. So, these are known as the Alien and Sedition Acts. Basically, the Federalists were suspicious of immigrants because oftentimes once the immigrants received citizenship, they started voting for the Democratic-Republican side. So, as a result of that, John Adams as well as the Federalists were ridiculed and sometimes became, these immigrants were very vocal critics of the Federalist Party as well as President Adams because he tended sometimes to be leaning towards maybe the English side or just trying to cut off rights. So what they did is they made it illegal to publish insults or malicious material about the President or Congress. This is a strong restriction on freedom of speech and press, and as we know, some of those members of the Democratic Republicans were oftentimes kind of associated with the former Anti-Federalists. They believe very strongly in the Bill of Rights. The Naturalization Act raised the residence requirements from 5 years to 14 years, so it took a lot longer, in other words, to become a citizen of the United States where you could vote. So the Federalist goal basically was to try and hurt the Democratic-Republican Party so that they could keep a majority both in Congress and keep and retain the presidency. So as a result of those individual laws, the Alien Sedition Acts, there will be a reaction to that. So what we see here, the reaction going to be what is known as nullification. That means to nullify or make void or non-existent. So the argument here is that states had the right to nullify or consider void any act of Congress they thought was unconstitutional. So this comes out of the idea of the compact theory, where states ratified the Constitution so they could disapprove or nullify congressional laws. Since they created it and allowed it to be into effect, they could actually dissolve it or not obey it. The idea first appears in the Kentucky Resolutions, which are written by Thomas Jefferson, a strong advocate of freedom of speech and freedom of the presses. So the Alien and Sedition Acts violated the First Amendment rights, so states should not have to obey them, basically, is what they said. So in our states, we will not uphold these laws. They are null and void. This will later on be used several times leading up to the Civil War and even afterwards. So understand the Alien Sedition Acts, and the reaction to that is going to be nullification, and it's going to push for a lot of people to come out and vote for Thomas Jefferson in the election of 1800. That will be critical in Adams not winning that election and Thomas Jefferson winning it.